This video, as you already can tell, is about this big thing here. It's my sketchbook. It took me a while to finish and yeah, now it's done. So I don't want to waste your time. I would say we're going right into it. So let's start. Okay guys, so let's start. Okay, so as you can see here, I started the sketchbook in September 2020 and finished it in May 2021. And this page here is the very first page I did in here. And my goal was to draw a lot of hands in this one, but yeah, I never did. Now, this is a page I had a lot of fun with. I just searched up some random references on Pinterest and then I went straight in with a fine liner pen. And I think this guy here turned out the best. Some more pencil studies. And this one here you might recognize from my Instagram. I painted the page behind this one in black because I think I covered up something I didn't like and then I just didn't know what to paint on top of it, so I just stick this one in. This one here, I'm not sure if you can see it because the pencil is pretty light on this one. I watched a YouTube tutorial on drawing hands and was drawing along with it. This one here I did with ink and this was during Inktober and also I never posted it and I think like also this is the only ink drawing or painting I did in the whole Inktober time. Another random page which was a lot of fun to make because I didn't use any references for this one and for this one. And then I just used some random references of objects I found on Pinterest and then just drew them very quickly. So I think that's also why this telephone just, turned out pretty weird. Now this is also a page I had a lot of fun with. I really enjoyed doing it and after I was done with this, I thought I should have do more spreads like this one here where I combine a lot of details and colors and drew or paint random things on it, but then I don't know, I never did another one like this. But I think I might come back to this one in my next sketchbook. And also if you follow me on Instagram you might recognize this. This is my current profile picture. It's a pretty old one and I really want to make a new one, but then I never do or paint something that could look good on my profile. So now I'm still sticking with this one. I believe this is a reference from the 100 Heads challenge, but I'm not sure. Then another page of portrait drawings. I tried to do different perspectives of the face and used different mediums, like here's a ballpoint pen drawing and this one is with colored pencils. So I have to tell you that I'm not really happy about this page here. As you can see, I started the hair and then I just stopped in the middle of the process and moved on. I have to say I still don't like this one and yeah, it's fine. I'm just moving on to something else. And yeah, this is just another random page with sketches. This one is an eye I did in gouache. Some more eye studies with gouache. Here I was just messing around with hair structures. I didn't really like how it looked, so I never draw like in this style again in here. This one here I drew from life. I had this planned for a while and then it died. And I always think that I'm so bad at drawing or painting plants. And yeah, so I tried to do them on a bigger scale, but as you can see, I don't know what I was thinking. I just did some random stuff on here, and yeah. Then I moved on and drew a little bunny. And this is just another random page with portraits, and these eyes I drew with a fine liner pen, and then I also went right into it without any sketch at first. This one here is my swatching page, where I always, when I paint, I just open this page on here and then I swatch the colors and I don't bother how it looks, so that's why here it's smudged over, because the paint oftentimes is still wet, but yeah, I don't mind. Here I tried to draw this portrait using just straight lines, and then I would layer them like this painting here and the ear drawing are the same, from the same reference. And I first did this one here and then I painted the exact same ear in gouache. Some more eye studies. Also, these here are with fine liner, this one's with a ballpoint pen, and these two are my favorites. And I did these with a brush pen. I did, I think, 2 more, and you will see them there somewhere in here. Then here I was experimenting around with different color combinations, and I wanted the brush strokes to be more loose, and I think this part here just turned out a bit more hairier than it should be, and yeah, not really fishy, more hairy. This guy here I posted on Instagram. It's just a pencil drawing. These one here are just 2 portraits. Here I got the idea for my Tamagotchi painting video, and I really liked how this turned out, so I just painted the exact same again and made a video out of it. This is another painting I did a video of. It's my pizza painting, and I covered this one here up with the pizza painting because this was ink, and I realized that you can't really blend ink. I don't know why. It's maybe because of my ink, or I don't know, maybe I waited too long and then I couldn't blend it, but it really didn't turn out how I thought it should, so I just stopped and then never finished this, so that's why I covered it up. Then another pencil portrait drawing. Here I took some reference photos of my own nose and then just drew every perspective I could think of. Here we have a not finished ballpoint pen portrait, and here we have a finished pencil portrait. This is another page I had really a lot of fun with. Here you can see the other eyes I mentioned before. I really like the colors and I really like the background color. I think it's a nice page. And I really like how this portrait turned out, but somehow I decided to cut it out, and then I thought like I will find a place for it to look good, and then obviously I didn't, so I tucked it in here, and it like again has a white background, which yeah, doesn't make a lot of sense. Another ballpoint pen portrait, I did a video, so if you're interested in the process you can check it out, I will link it down below. Another portrait painting, here I just painted the face and then I wasn't so happy with it, so I didn't continue also painting the hair and the body. This guy here I also posted on my Instagram page. Both of these I did in gouache, and I really like how this one on the left turned out. I really like the background color, it fits really well with the orange, and I like the shadings and details. And then I wanted to do another one, but on this one I kind of rushed through, so I still like the orange fish a bit more. Then we have another watercolor eye study, and I covered up some leaves I painted. I don't even remember how it looked, but I wasn't so happy with it. This one's painted in gouache again. So whenever I really don't know what to draw, I like to draw these little faces. So you don't have to draw the whole portrait with hair, you just can practice like expressions and different angles. And yeah, it's a lot of fun doing these. Another page of doodles and paintings. I remember not doing this one in one sitting. I think I just drew and painted these and then left it blank and then came back and added another thing. Another page full of these little faces. I have so much fun doing these. I went straight in with my fine liners, and the ones on the left I did with a brush pen. And I had a lot of fun with this weird little guy. I really don't know what this should be. So these sketches here were kind of a turning point for me because I started doing the eyelashes a lot more messier, and I think it adds like a completely different style to it, which I really like. And then after this one I continued drawing all my portraits with like the same kind of style. Like as you can see here on this one, the eyelashes look completely different, and yeah, on this one they're a lot more messier and look a lot more natural. Some more paintings. This is with gouache, and this is from the 100 Heads challenge. Another random drawings on this page, and the fish is kind of my favorite on this page. I really like how it turned out, and the human eye just looks cool, I think. So if you have seen my other portrait videos, you might have noticed that I do this kind of thing a lot. I always start with shading the face with a watercolor or gouache in black, and then I go over with a pencil. Then I painted some fruits, and this is a reel I made. And this one here is another painting in that style I just mentioned. On this side here is a, I don't know what it is. Is it a planet? Is it a round cheese? I really don't know. Some more eye studies. And this is another thing I do often when I really don't know what to draw or paint. I just start drawing an eye, and then I would pick up a random color and shade it with the color, and then I would go over with a brush pen. So this is a page I'm not really happy with. That's why you can see it here, I tried to cover it up a bit. We have here a pretty crazy looking cat, and then another pretty crazy looking cat. But yeah, don't leave me here. I have another one that's not as crazy looking as this too. And the only thing I really like about this page is this cat with human eyes. When I drew this one here, I got the idea for these three I did. They're also on my Instagram, but the bad thing here is that the drawing from the other page just smudged on over this one. So yeah, it's a bit sad. Then here's the cat I mentioned. I think this one turned out better than the other two. This was a draw this in your style, the first I ever did. For this spread here, I actually planned on filling like the whole 2 pages with animals, but I ended up just painting this one here and this one here, and then I filled up the sketchbook and never went back, and yeah, never filled like this empty part. So don't have much to say about these two. I started painting the raven in watercolor and then went over with a brush pen, some more brush pen, sketches, a gouache eye and some plants. And then here I realized that I don't really draw a lot of flowers, so I decided to draw them with a brush pen. This is just a really random page where I was swatching 3 watercolors I bought, and then I wanted to paint another flower, but I don't know, I just never finished it, or it looks even like I never started it, so I put this over so I don't have to look at my unfinished pieces. This one here is another YouTube video I did. In the video I didn't paint the background. I added this background after I filmed the video. I have a video on the process of these on my channel too. This one's with watercolor and some leaves with watercolor. Another page of paintings. So on this page here I had like only this page here left, and I have to be honest, I just painted this for the sake of doing or filling it up. So this was a really quick sketch, and then on the same day I also filled up this page here. This is also a really quick sketch I did in watercolor, a little fish. And yeah, then we're at the end. I think that's it for the video. If you liked my sketchbook, give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in some more stuff, consider to subscribe. Yeah, see you in the next video. Bye!